Hello?
I'm all about it. Spin that bread and make it back. Ain't worried about competition. Put them on cardiac, popping bottles and all of that. You know I'm all of that. I keep the crowd jumping like I gave them a party pack. Car audibles like a quarterback. Roethlisberger. I'm still killing these niggas up. I'm getting a...
All right, guys. It's that time of the week. It's Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time. My name's Alexz Yzerman, and this is the Jeff Mayweather Show. Of course, as always, hosted by myself, Ashley Ferrara, and the man himself, Jeff Mayweather. Jeff and Ashley, how you guys doing tonight?
Pretty good. Pretty talking trash.
What about you, Ashley? You ready to talk some trash?
I mean, I'm always up for a little trash talking, but I do appreciate you playing one of those songs at the beginning because my alma mater is actually playing in the Frozen Four on Thursday. So, and their fight song is actually OU's fight song as well. So.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, you had mentioned a couple weeks ago that Oklahoma stole that. Well, I did start off playing Rocky Mountain High for our first guest, but since he was a dirtbag. Oh wait, he just called in, so I won't call him that. Since he's such a nice guy, but he missed the show. I cut off Rocky Mountain High, but we're gonna get right into it. We're joined by our first guest, Jeff Mayweather trained Bellator fighter heavyweight Ryan Martinez. Ryan, welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, but what's that?
No, I was just saying, what's up?
Al Jefe.
Ryan, I was jamming to some John Denver, but before you got here, but you hadn't called in yet, so I had to let it go.
Who's John Denver?
Rocky Mountain High, man.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Man, I thought you're from Denver. You're supposed to know that stuff. I guess you needed something more. Wait. This is more your speed right here, huh?
I don't drive a taco truck.
All right, we're going to bring on our first guest, Ryan Martinez. Was that a little better?
Okay. I don't drive a taco truck, Doug.
Just can't please you with nothing, Ron. I guess next time we have you on, we'll send a list out. You can submit requests. But for our regular listeners, a little different show tonight. We're going to keep it kind of in the house. Later in the show, we got Jeff's trainer, JT, who works with all his fighters. But first, and this is a boxing show. Usually, Ryan's not a boxing guy. He's an MMA fighter. We're going to introduce you guys to him. Real up-and-coming guy. Had a great fight a couple weeks ago at Bellator. But we're talking to him tonight. We'll do a little boxing talking as well. So So, Ryan, thanks so much for joining us first time on the Jeff Mayweather Show. And I know you're skipping out on work, right? Are you hiding in a closet or a bathroom somewhere?
Dude, I'm up in the shack because it's so windy outside.
Well, you guys are getting that weather. You guys are getting that bad weather before we do. I'm in Oklahoma, and we are supposed to get the tornadoes and snow in the morning. So better let me know how it is.
My brother out in Colorado says they're getting dumped with 12 inches of snow right now.
Oh my God, I can't handle this. It's the beginning of April.
Yeah, I don't miss that at all.
It was pretty windy here in Vegas, but it actually turned out to be fairly warm today. This morning it was pretty nasty, so at least it's getting a little bit better.
Don't even talk about wind. We're going to have like 80-mile-an-hour winds here soon.
Oh, jeez. Jeez, Jeff, she bitches a lot, doesn't she? I don't remember her bitching this much before.
I'm female.
That's right. That's her obligation. Hey, Ryan, well, thanks for taking the time, Ryan. Now, first of all, just tell us about, you're in Vegas now. You're working in Colorado, obviously. Tell us a little about the move out here and what it's been like so far, the adjustments you've had to make besides the weather.
Man, I think it was a perfect move at the right time in my career, as far as trying to pursue a world championship goes. I'm training with the best trainer in the world, Jeff Mayweather, and working with top 10 guys in their weight classes with King Mo and Roy Nelson. So everything, like I said before, it's been a blessing coming out here.
Yeah. Well, see, you got a different crowd here, Ryan, so you might have to repeat some stuff because you got a whole different crowd listening to this show. Hey, Jeff, what's that?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Hey, Jeff, so tell me about this guy. You didn't know anything at all about Jeff. Mike Hogan gets on the phone with you. Mike lined you up with Roy Nelson, with King Mo, that kind of stuff, and said, hey, I got this other guy. First impressions on Ryan, and any changes in that since then?
Well, no. To be honest, I was just watching Ryan from afar, working with Roy and working with Mo. And at that time, I really didn't actually, I really didn't interact with him that much. We would, both be gracious and speak to one another, but that's about as far as it would go. And then I finally got a call from Mike, and he said, no, I want you to train this guy. And once I started training him, I realized this dude punches so freaking hard. It's ridiculous. First time he really punched me, it was like he lifted me off the ground. I was like, wow. And but the one thing about him is that he thirsts, he has a thirst for knowledge. He wants to learn, and the one thing I like about him is that he doesn't complain. He continues to work. Sometimes I know I'm burning his arms up, and he sticks with it and keep going. And also the one thing I like is that he never stops punching. Even after we do combinations, his hands are still going. So a lot of times I go ahead and just add what he's already doing, because I know that's a part of him. So, and he's doing it instinctively. So I try to make it a part of our workout as well. So, I'm learning from him as he's learning from me.
Hey, let me ask you this. How does his power stack up to Roy's and Mo's?
I think he's more powerful. He's a converted southpaw, and he has tremendous power in his right hand. I think with Roy doesn't really punch as hard as much as he used to. I think when I first started working with him, he wanted to prove to me, his power. So, but now it's, now we're more about punch count, things like that, and and technique, and try to get precision with our technique more so than before. When I first started working with Roy, I was, he was a tremendous puncher as well, and not saying that he's not, because he still is. It's just the fact that I don't think he focused on it as much as he once did, because, we work on, Roy throws, well over 500 punches around, and so basically that seems to be the one thing that he focuses on more, is making sure he has that punch count up, because he's burning himself, to no end. He knows that I'm forcing him to be in shape, whether he's in shape or not.
Hey, Ryan, let me ask you this. You know, before your last fight, this is the first one you'd worked with Jeff, and then you trained out here out of Vegas with all the guys you've been working with. But, you know, I'm sitting there reading the forums, you know, they're talking, doing the play-by-play. Before your fight gets on, and you kind of had a reputation before this, you know, and of course, I know you, like a lot of fighters, don't really give a shit about what the internet community has to say about your fights and that kind of thing. But you had a reputation for being a fairly boring fighter, you know, and I read up people like, oh, man, you know, get ready to take a nap during this one with you and Travis Wolff. And obviously it didn't turn out that way, you know, if it was a quick nap if they took one, because, you know, it lasted under 20 seconds. But what do you attribute the change, I guess, you know, the change in your style and in your how have your abilities evolved?
I guess one of the main factors about, you know, the way I fought prior to working with Jeff is I came from a dominant jiu-jitsu school, you know, in Colorado, where we're all about Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. So a lot of my training didn't revolve around throwing my hands and my feet. It evolved around taking the guy to the mat and staying on top of him in a dominant position. I did have a boxing trainer out there that I worked with, but it wasn't nothing like what me and Jeff do. It was more just like power punches, you know, 3 punches at a time. It was never just letting your hands flow. And that's what I always wanted. And, you know, boring fighter, oh, cool. They can talk whatever they want to talk behind the keyboard. Everybody's tough. But when it comes down to it and the way the matchmakers pair you up, it's whoever fights the smartest. And I figured, I was fighting smart in my last 3 or 4 fights that I had. You know, I was matched up. You know, my first decision win was against a dude that was I think he was negative 500 odds on me. He was just supposed to tear me apart, and he was a Division I NCAA heavyweight champion, and I just picked him apart. You know, that was my first decision win. And then, you know, all of it's been part of the tournament format to where you don't make no money until you reach the finals. So that being said, it was all about fighting smart and cautious, not to get hurt, just to, you know, for the win. But now that I see it, you know, Jeff's really tapped into an opening in me to where, damn, let my hands go. Let's put these dudes to sleep, because I know if I get them to the ground, I could choke them. So, you know, it's a lot easier to stand on your feet and fight than it is to constantly strive for a takedown and a submission.
And does it bother you at all? I mean, you know, for you guys starting to train, whether it was here or before, still you're still training hard and doing your thing. Do you read much about yourself and what people have to say? And does it piss you off when someone says, "Oh, he's boring," or "He's this," or "He's that"? When you know you're out there busting your ass every day to get better.
You know, if they're talking about me, obviously I'm doing something right. Everybody has a pack of haters, you know. So the way I see it is I'm doing my job. You know, all I want to do is I want to get better, and, you know, I want to win a world championship. Basically, any guy in the game's doing. And, you know, at the level I'm at right now, competing, you know, in one of the top organizations in the world, you know, I feel I'm doing pretty well considering where I've been and what I've gone through.
Right. Well, one person doesn't have a pack of haters is our own Ashley Ferrara there. And Ashley, I won't get too specific because I don't want to get in trouble with you again, but did you see his fight with Travis? And I know even if you did, you had to have been kind of happy with the outcome, right?
Yeah, I did. I was very excited by that fight. It's not that I have anything against Travis, but I like to see people who are doing well and on the way up. I don't Travis is a good fighter.
Yeah. You know, it was kind of, like I had said before with Ryan, it was kind of hard to do two big ball dudes, and for a second I'm kind of like, okay, which one's getting their ass beat? You know, like, oh, okay, yeah, it's all right to cheer. You know, I was trying to figure out make sure it wasn't Ryan that was getting his ass beat. Jeff, well, it kind of stuck. What's that? Go ahead, Ashley.
I was just going to say, to see the fight fan in me was like, what? That's it? I kind of wanted to see a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure Ryan was more than happy to keep you on more to the next fight and get rid of that one quickly.
Yeah.
Jeff, I know. Unfortunately, Jeff, that the fight got spoiled for you. Knew the outcome going in, but you know, what were your thoughts going into the fight? I mean, obviously you're happy with the way it turned out, but what you think about it?
Well, I mean, I think that, you know, going into the fight, you know, like I said, I mean, Ryan is tremendous puncher. And, And it's funny because now even his left hand is kind of catching up to his right, but it's still got a long way to go to catch up to his right hand. But no, I'm serious. When I first worked with this guy, I was like, this dude hit like a flea with his left hand. That's why I automatically, right away, I said, this dude, he got to be a southpaw. I mean, he got to be, a guy converted to southpaw, because I could not really feel his left hand when he would throw it. And it was like, that's supposed to be his powerful hand. And so then all of a sudden, we were just talking, and then I told him, I said, you got to develop an overhand right. I said, because that's where your power's at. And so he came up with some way we developed an overhand right, and it's like, and I'm sure that, I don't know if he got a chance to use it in a fight, but I'm sure when he does use it in a fight, it's going to be brutal for whoever get caught by it. But the one thing, like I said, with Ryan is that, he's a guy that, thirsts for knowledge and has tremendous power. I mean, I'm talking about, it's kind of scary for someone to get hit, clean, the way he hit the mitts. I mean, hitting the mitts is one thing, but I know from so many heavyweights that I've worked with, as far as boxing, as far as, just in general, and I mean, he's one of the hardest punches that I've ever been in front of, and, like I said, and so I just know that when, once he hits someone, more times than not, you're going to get some results, and they're not going to be good for the person that's getting hit by him.
Right. Hey, Ryan, are you worried, though, that, with the success you had in the last fight, that any possibility you became over-reliant on that and forget the rest of your game? Or how are you going to approach your next fight, considering you had so much success with the stand-up in the brief time that fight went?
I'm the type of fighter that keeps an open mind to anything that anybody has to say. I mean, me and Mo, we're on this whole boxing kit where, we're drilling body shots, head shots, but we're evolving to the game to where when we grapple on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm telling you, anybody that comes to grapple with us on Tuesdays or Thursdays, I guarantee you they'll burn 5 pounds in that practice. Guaranteed. Because me, Mo, and Roy go so hard, it's just it's crazy. People will be throwing up and I'm surprised no one's that yet.
Well, now you say that, but people will be saying you and Roy could stand to lose 5 pounds a workout session, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, that's basically all of our background. I mean, Mo's a world-class wrestler. I come from a strong wrestling background. And Roy, he's a top-level jiu-jitsu player. So, when we're drilling and working, it's crazy. We don't let up. I mean, 1 hour, I guarantee we burn close to 3,000 calories, all of us. That's why it's so hard for Mo to put on weight. So, with that being said, we're covering all bases as far as mixed martial arts go. I mean, it's better to split them up. I mean, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I go with Jeff so I can give Jeff 120% in my stand-up. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, I go strictly grappling so I can give Roy 120%, when we're grappling. And on Saturdays, we're out there trying to knock each other out. We're getting Roy ready for his first fight against Czech Congo. So, we're definitely putting in work, and I guarantee Roy's going to come out victorious.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Mo, what do you think happened in his life? I mean, do you think that he got a little too reliant on the boxing? That's what obviously the internet, the keyboard warriors are saying. You're closer to him. You work with him. What happened to him?
The way I see that fight, it was a desperation move by Newton. I mean, it was kind of like a get-off-me punch, and it ended up catching Mo. I mean, thing about mixed martial arts is all it takes is one punch. As far as him getting away from his game plan or whatnot, Mo's game plan is to go out there and knock his dude out. Look at his record. He's had so many knockouts in all of his fights. So with that being said, I mean, it would be nice to see him go back to his roots when something's not working and wrestle more, but, we're all evolving on this game. I mean, Mo's still young in his career. What is he, 9-2, 10-2? He's got just as many fights as me, so we came into this game, at the same time. It's just he's been exposed to the big organizations for a good part of his career.
Right. Now, Jeff, I know, besides the talent, the personal connection, the relationship you have with the fighters is really important to you when you work with them. Now, most of you guys are pretty cool, but, Ryan tends to be an asset a lot of times. How have you been with him so far? How have you guys gotten along? And again, I'm only sitting there on the phone, because you can't hurt me.
Ryan's cool as can be. I mean, Ryan's cool as can be, to be honest. I mean, it's almost like, to me, I have a great core of fighters. That, I have tremendous respect for, and that, these are the same type of guys that I can hang out with, but, with the exception of, I know Roy and Ryan, they're married, so they can't do the things I do, but but they're cool guys to hang out with, and I think that, and most importantly, I like the fact that, they're very supportive of one another, and they want to see, each other excel to the highest level, and that's great industry. There's no hating here. I'm better. No, everybody's trying to make everyone, get to the pinnacle of, their ability.
Yeah. No, Ryan is definitely, he's someone that doesn't see, it's proof that you can't judge a book by its cover. He's got those tattoos in the past, all that kind of stuff. But, yeah, truly one of the nicer people you'll meet and real laid-back guy. So, right there. Hey, Ryan, with Jeff's guys, the boxers, and other guys included, who's the biggest class clown of Jeff's core there?
I don't know, it's probably between me and Zach Cooper.
I was going to say Zach. I don't know who you get that to, Jeff.
I think Zach got everybody beat. Probably everybody in the whole gym.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan, who are the guys? As far as the boxers go, let's get a little boxing talk. But who are some of the guys at the gym that are, it really made an impression on you like to hang out with, or be around in the gym?
I'm still real new to the gym, so I'm still, clicking with a lot of different people. Me and Zach clicked right away. There's a guy that Jeff works with, his name's Nathan. He's been, helping us out a lot as far as, our pivots, our dips and stuff go for the body shots. So he's been real cool, helping us out with that. I just like the mutual respect, as far as all the fighters go at the gym. No one's above another there. And that's a big key to a successful, business is everybody's on a quest for one thing. We all want to be the best at our game, and if we're always there constantly pushing each other, well then at one point in one of our careers, someone's going to get there, and at least we can say we helped them do it.
For sure. Hey, Ashton, when are you going to get out here to Vegas? And I'm sure you'd be really popular in the gym.
What did you say?
I said, when are you going to come out and visit? I didn't say anything bad. Relax. I said, when you going to get out to Vegas and visit the gym? I'm sure you'd be really popular. Zach would be in love, I'm sure.
I thought you asked me what kind of music I was listening to.
Oh, sure. Yeah, what do you got on?
Okay. Obviously just having a blonde moment, but no, I definitely would love to come by, and I'll be nice, but I can probably reserve certain days for certain people if they're going to fight over hanging out with me. That's okay.
Hey, let's Ashley, I know Ryan's a boxing fan, so let's talk for a minute. Ashley, first, I want to get your opinion because it's a big weekend for you. Nonito Donaires fighting Guillermo Rigondeaux. What do you think of that fight?
I know. I actually think about this way more than I should. But I have no idea who's going to win. And I will notice myself sitting in class thinking about the fight and not class. So, I mean, I think Rigondeaux is gonna pull it out. I just don't know if Nonito's been tested. I really don't.
Whoa, really? Well, you're the biggest Donaire fan out there, I thought. You're predicting him to lose?
Well, here's the thing. I'm a realist. I got to go with what I actually think is going to happen. I picked against OU in the bracket, and I picked A&M over OU in my bracket for the bowl games too. You can't get emotional about it.
Hey, Hey, Ryan, have you thought at all about that fight? Who are you leaning towards?
I was talking about it Monday at the gym. I'm just really looking forward to the fight. I can't say I'm a big fan of either of them, but I always like for the underdog to win.
But who's the underdog in this fight?
I think Rigondeaux's the underdog.
I think Rigondeaux's the underdog.
Yeah, he's definitely is.
He's had hundreds of amateur fights, though. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a difference in level between amateur and pro. Look at the Chinese dude that just boxed.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that there has to be a favorite. But I do think, Jeff, do you think that the winner of this fight, is kind of elevated to, they're both pretty big stars at this point, but, the win for whoever make them legit at this point, and they're right up there with the top guys?
Well, I think that it's one of the fights that needs to happen. Of course, you're putting the challenges supreme amateur, but actually he's well schooled and schooled enough to handle himself on a professional level, because you don't win a world title with that many fights unless you can actually fight. And he didn't just win; he devastated the champion. So it's a situation. It's funny because I was waiting on my car, at the fight, Alvarado and Ruiz, but I was waiting on my car in valet, and I bumped into Nito Donaire, and so we're talking, and basically he's talking about the kid that was on the card, Terrence, I don't know his name, but anyway, he beat Prescott. Okay. And it was so funny. But it was so funny to me because he was like, he's describing this guy to me. He said, yeah, he has a little Whitaker in him, and he has a lot of Filipino flash in him. And I'm like, and it's funny because I'm like, ain't that you? I'm like,
you're talking about.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that it's funny to me for a guy to be talking to me in third person like that, because he was like, he's got some Filipino flash in him, and I'm like looking at him like, ain't this you? So that was kind of hilarious to me, and I thought I would just share that. But I think that it's going to be a very, very good fight, and I think that one thing is that Nito Donaire has actually got a push to the forefront more than probably he deserves because of Pacquiao, because of what has happened to Pacquiao, and now people aren't really so sold on Pacquiao, and even his fans, I think now have stopped the yelling and yapping about, oh, Pacquiao's this, Pacquiao's that, because he had a devastating lockout, and no one knows how he's going to come back or if he's ever going to come back. But, it killed all the Mayweather Pacquiao. It killed all the Pacquiao this, Pacquiao that. And because of that, they thrust Donaire out there because now you still have a Filipino star. There's one here that's, that's basically the torch is being passed to him.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Donaire's a great fighter. I think he's a great fighter, and not even that, he's a great guy. I've met him. I've talked to him quite a bit. He's a very, very nice, humble guy. But it's one of those situations where I think that he's favored. He's probably the better puncher, but I think that Rigondeaux is the better fighter. Far as skill-wise, and so I think the fight's gonna be extremely interesting, and I lean a little bit toward Rigondeaux myself.
Hey, Ryan, just, in a few minutes we'll get you out of here if you don't get in trouble with the boss there. But just, as far as the boxing goes, who are some of the guys that you really like to watch?
I remember
Mike Alvarado.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Who stood us up last week? What's up with that?
He's Mexican and he's from Colorado. we went through this question when you interviewed me a couple years ago before I fought in Illinois. I always said Floyd Mayweather was one of my favorites to watch. I liked Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali. You know, I don't know. I like to watch boxing, period. So I'm a fan of every boxer. I can't lean towards one boxer.
Yeah.
Alex, are you not going to call him out for not picking a favorite?
I was just thinking about how I wanted to word it. But see, the difference is, Ashley, is that it's a little different. He outweighs you by 150 pounds, and I see him. So, you know, I can't be quite as mean to him, or I can be hurt. All right, go ahead. You call him out, Ashley.
Well, no, because I have no problem with him not picking one.
That's smart.
It's hard to just pick one, though. It's so hard just to pick, you know, one fighter.
Yeah, that's the first thing they teach you in law school. Never commit to one answer.
Always leave it escape. Hey, real quick, going back to MMA, you got Bellator. What's up with that? Any news as far as the heavyweight tournament? You know, when that's going down, or any news for that?
Well, word through the grapevine is I should be fighting June 19th on the same card as Mo. Hopefully that all works out. And the opponent I'm supposed to be fighting, nothing's set in stone yet, but I'm supposed to be fighting Rich Hale, which was the tournament finalist of last heavyweight season. And he fought, you know, the current world champion, Alexander Volkov, who, you know, yeah, just smashed him.
Yeah. Hey, we've had Rich Hale on the show before. He's a good guy. That'll be tough for me. I don't know who to choose to win that fight, so I'll have to really think about that. You know, Rich was a nice guy,
no, you
so
gotta make a pick.
maybe. What's that?
Rich is a good dude, you know what I'm saying? I can't take nothing away from him. I mean, he's made thing as far as the Bellator tournament goes, and I'm just a nobody coming up through the ranks, so, you know, it'll be a good fight. I'm bringing whatever I got to the table, and hopefully he does the same.
Right, and then last thing, we'll get you out here. I see JT's on hold there, so bring him right on. Thoughts on the last card this past weekend, particularly is Carol Parisian, is he done or what? You know, he's kind of got a Paulo Filho thing going there, and then also what was the other fight with Doug Marshall? Thoughts on him and his knockout of Brett Cooper and his behavior afterwards, which should get a lot of publicity.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to control emotions after you knock somebody out, you know, whether you're yelling in their face or, you know, yelling at the camera. It's kind of hard to contain your emotions, but, you know, you want to be a class act and you want to keep, you know, your fan base growing, so you should be able to control it somewhat. He's known for his one-punch knockout power, so with that being said, they should have been more focused as far as looking for that one punch goes. He should have been down here training with Jeff.
Yeah, they were kind of comparing him to like a 1980s WWF type of a guy with his demeanor and his attitude there. But you know, like you said, I think get that adrenaline built up, and you know, it's kind of hard to hold someone accountable for what they do right immediately afterwards. But definitely interesting guy. And then just real quick, final thing, his thoughts on Caro and his performance. Has he got anything left, or is he done?
Hopefully he has something, you know, something left. It's kind of hard to say because once he's been, you know, at the top of his game, and then, you know, you come and you get beat, and, you know, you get released from your organization, you go fight in another organization, and you get beat. It kind of drains everything out of you, you know. So hopefully he's got some hunger left in him to make a comeback. If not, then, you know, he's done. It's kind of hard for a fighter to find that fire once they've been let go of what they really wanted and then failed at another organization that gave him a shot. So, you know, hopefully he's got that fire still in him. If not, then he's done.
All right. All right, then last thing as we go here, just get you out here. Just go ahead and tell folks where they can follow you, shop the sponsor, anything you want to do there. And hey, Jeff, before he does that, looks like JT just hung up. Can you tweet him or tell him to call back?
Who, JT?
Yeah, he was on there, and I just went over there to talk to him, and then it looked like he hung up. Maybe he didn't think he was going to picked up on. So can you tweet them or text them? I mean, anyway, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead and give your shout-outs if you can.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout-out, to my training partners, Mo and Roy, for pushing me to the breaking point. Jeff Mayweather for, constantly working with me, getting my hands right. And a big shout-out to Frankie over at Future Legend. Dude's, he's good fam, he's good peeps, and he always makes sure I have what I need. So, those are my shout-out right there.
All right. And, hey, Jeff, JT, I just got him, so don't worry about that. All right, Ryan, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Best of luck to you. We'll get you back on, close to the fight when we have it for sure. And, of course, on Pro MMA Insider, Pro Boxing Insider, we'll have keep everybody up to date with interviews and that kind of stuff. So thanks so much for kind of sneaking out of work there. We appreciate it. And take care, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy. Thanks.
All right.
Jay, wait, don't hang up yet, Jeff. You got to send him out. Oh, we lost him. Never mind. Perhaps have you send him out. All right, well, we're going to move right into our next guest. This guy's been Jeff's right-hand man for a while, one of his strength and conditioning coaches. I'm going to bring him on the show to introduce her to the boxing community, folks that might not be familiar that, it's not just one guy, Jeff or the real elite coaches, by themselves. It's, someone always helping them. And this time we got JT. JT, welcome to the show. You're on with myself, Jeff Mayweather, and Ashley Ferrara. Welcome. You know what? And I didn't click him on the air again. Man, Jeff, I do that all the time. What the hell's wrong with me? All right, let's try that again. I'm getting old. All right, JT, welcome to the show. Sorry about that. JT. Oh, see, now it's not my fault. He's on there. Now it's his fault. JT, are you with us, buddy? No, we're back again. Damn it. JT.
I'm back.
There we go.
Yeah, well, okay. It had to be somewhere.
Hey, JT, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Well, thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. It's about time, guys. It's been a long time. I've been waiting for like 3 years now, but I do appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, first, JT, I want to ask you a question. You're a huge thing going on the internet right now with that song called American Racist that you sing with Brad Paisley. What's up with that?
Come again one more time?
No, because I always say you look like LL Cool J. He had that. He did that song with Brad Paisley. Never mind. We'll move on from there. Sorry about that.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. We got together. We did a duo on that tape.
Yeah. Who's driving in their car, man? What's that? Is that you, Jeff?
That's got to be Jeffrey.
I'm driving.
That's Jeffrey. Roll your window up, sir.
No, it's Jeff, Ashley. He's always doing something. He's probably got his phone in his pocket or something.
I'm on my couch.
I'm watching Judge Judy.
Jeff, what are you doing?
Watching Judge Judy.
You what?
Watching Judge Judy.
Damn, Jeff, you figure your shit out, Jeff. Nope, it's not Jeff. Who figured
Not me, right?
Now, what's that?
Not me.
Jeff said he's watching Judge Judy.
All right, JT. We run a really strict ship here, as you can tell, JT, so we don't have time to be screwing around. Hey, Jeff, JT, tell us how long you been with Jeff, and how long you been training in general? What got you into it?
I've been training probably about 15 years. And been working next Jeff for about 5 years.
Yeah. And Jeff, what do you think? What kind of what does he bring to your team?
I mean, JT is not just a good strength and conditioning guy. He's actually a good trainer as well. So he can cover. If I'm not there, fortunately, I'm blessed to have a lot of other fighters. And if I'm not there, he can cover for me, and I won't have no problem with it. I know that by the time when I come back, everything is going to be fine because, He knows what he's doing. And, you know, and what he brings to the table for Celestino is that, I mean, makes this guy, you know, I mean, strong as an ounce. You know, he's a small guy, but I mean, Celestino is very, very strong. And, you know,
Jeff, what is wrong with your phone, man?
Ooh, that's not my phone.
Hey, you, I just put JT on mute, and I couldn't hear it. It wasn't him, so I had to mute.
Can't be me. Somebody's phone seems like it's like water is in their phone or something.
Am I the only one hearing it, or do you hear it too?
Yeah, I can hear it too. So I think Jeff is at the beach. He's not telling nobody.
No, Jeff watched Judge Judy.
I don't hear it now.
It's just left.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I know what it was, and it was none of you guys. Oops.
It was you.
No. I accidentally clicked the loyal listener of ours on, I guess, and it was him. So I apologize. If you want to call back on, I won't put you on air, and I will leave you off, and you can enjoy the show. Sorry about that. Anyway, Jeff, so what were you saying?
No, well, I was saying that JT is not just a great strength trainer, but I mean he's actually a great, you know, trainer as in training fighters as well. You know, like I said, I feel, you know, interested with him. If you know, if I have to leave with, you know, one of my other fighters, for him to, you know, to stand there and, you know, and take my place. And I'm sure that when I get back, there won't be anything wrong. I mean, everything will be just like it was before I got there. I mean, he knows what he's doing inside the ring and outside the ring, you know. And like I said, he brings to our team, you know, Team Caballero is, I mean, he makes this guy super strong. I mean, he's extremely strong. I mean, he's a guy that, you know, can go in the ring. He fights at 126 pounds, but I've seen him spar with guys up to 160, 145, any given day. And I mean, he holds his own with him because, you know, he's strong enough to be in there with him. And I attribute that, you know, to JT.
And JT, what exactly is your background, and you know, how did you initially get involved, and then, you know, what credentials do you have, or what have you done?
Well, I started just basically doing training at a regular gym, and worked at the YMCA a few years back, and I decided to go ahead and, instead of making the gym's money, go ahead and make the money myself. So I went ahead and yeah, it's true though. I mean, I was making a lot of money for the gyms, and I was killing myself. So I decided to go ahead and get my associates in physical education, and then I went ahead and started working for myself as a personal trainer. And then from that point, I got into boxing. So I also put the boxing along with the personal training. And then I moved from California to Las Vegas, and I ran across the Mayweathers from day one. And I just been picking up that knowledge from all the Mayweathers. All four of them, Little Floyd, Big Floyd, Jeff, and Roger. So I took that knowledge and put it with the knowledge that I've gained along the way, and just try to be a better trainer and a better coach each and every day. And thanks to Jeff, he pulled me in with, you know, several fighters, several champions to help him out, and then at the same time it helped the fighters out, and it helped him out, and it helped me out too.
And you know, obviously, I think most people know you from Celestino Caballero, but who else besides him have you worked with?
I helped him with Mickey Bay. Every fighter he's had, I've basically helped him out. We did work with Shannon Briggs too, Michael Grant. Who else do we work with?
Help him out, Jeff.
Who else do we work with?
Let me see.
Oh, the left hand. What's the heavyweight's name? The left hand boy.
You're asking me? I don't know. I think Jeff's all wrapped up in Judge Judy. I think we've lost him.
No, I'm here.
He's asking who's the left-handed heavyweight you guys worked with.
Did it brag him off?
Oh, man. No, it was another guy before that.
Oh.
No, I work with so many fighters. I mean, some of them I don't remember. So I mean,
Right.
we started working a long time ago.
Right.
Hey, who are some of your? Actually, let me ask you real quick. Have you actually, obviously, you're in much better shape than I am, and better shape than most people are. Do you get to work with a personal trainer at all?
Me? Yes, I do. The gym that I go to right near me is actually where all of the NPC athletes in this area train. So my trainer is way more hardcore than I am, so he usually is yelling at me and I'm embarrassing myself because I'm just not as in shape as the other girls that he trains.
And JT, I know you work with guys and girls. What's the difference, between working with, the general difference between working with the two?
I'll say it again one more time.
I said, you work with guys, you work with girls. Is there a difference between working with the two? Is one easier than the other in general?
As far as you talking about as far as a fighter or a regular client?
Well, either way, I guess either way. I don't know how many, if you worked with any female fighters before, but I know you work with female clients. Just the differences. I mean, do they, sometimes you get people saying that the girls actually work harder, and then so I just wanted to know your opinion on that.
Yeah, sometimes, just depends on the person. Depends on the mentality of the person. Some people are already motivated, like Celestino. He's already motivated, so he's willing to work almost too hard. So we have to pull him back sometimes. Then you have some people that are semi-motivated that will, just show up to the gym, but you got to really, really push them hard, push them to that next level. And then you have some that are not motivated at all and expect you to be the magic man. That, Go ahead.
Who's the favorite fighter you've worked with?
Who's my favorite?
Yeah, who's the guy you just, love working with?
I have to say, Celestino. He's he's a champion. He's humble. He listens. He's, he gives some feedback. He's always looking to learn some different moves. You know what I mean? Always looking to get better. Always looking to get stronger. Looking to get faster. And again, like I said, he's humble, so it's hard to find that where a champion is willing to listen to everything that Jeff and I bring to the table to him. He's a humble kid all the way around. He's the same person every day.
So he's fight the week and a half away. It's fight the week and a half away. How's he looking? You got one of these older fighters. You always got to wonder how they're gonna look when they get in there.
Oh, he looks great. He's an older fighter where he's got low mileage on him. He hasn't really been in too many wars. He's got a body of a 25-year-old, and he's got a mind of a 25-year-old. His weight is good. He's strong. His weight is on point, and he's hungry. He hasn't fought in 12, 15 months. It's been a long time. So he's ready to go. He's ready to go.
Hey, I'm going to go ahead and I want to apologize. The noise we had earlier was none of our fault. It was the fault of Charles, but it wasn't his fault because he didn't know he was on air, and I didn't know I put him on air, so I want to apologize to him. But we are going to bring him on now to join the show quickly. Charles, welcome to the Jeff Mayweather Show. You're on with JT, Ashley, Jeff, and myself. Thanks for joining us real quick, and sorry about a few minutes ago.
No, thank you all. I'm sorry about messing up. I was listening, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? What's going on? And I was laughing because you always blame Jeff.
How's it going, Joe?
Well, that's the one thing I do. Is I try to blame everybody but myself. You know, I never want to take the blame myself.
You'd be a great female.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
hey, Charles, what we got you in here? Let's just get your thoughts. You know, you got this fight a few weeks away with Guerrero and Floyd. What's your take on that? How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, the fight I want to see, I think Floyd is going to just box rings around Guerrero. It's not going to be. The only chance Guerrero has to make it even halfway competitive is to bully him, and Floyd is too smart for that. He's not Berto. Berto fell for it, and Berto could have beat him, but he fought the wrong fight. Floyd is too smart. He's just going to box rings around this place. The fight I want to see is Jay Leon and Gabe Rosado.
Yeah, looking forward to that. And, of course, you know, JT, you know, it's someone that spends a lot of time in the gym there. Talk about, you know, you see Jay Leon quite a bit. Talk on him and just in the gym in general. I mean, it's really crazy there lately. And with Floyd and Camp, that gym is a madhouse. So what do you think about the gym down there in Jay Leon, what you've seen of him?
Oh, it gets like that every time Floyd's in camp. You know, the heat turns up, everybody shows up. But yeah, it's a pretty intense environment. It's an opportunity for a lot of the fighters to get some exposure. And I hope all his fighters do well.
And you notice.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Mayweather's gonna have a pretty tough fight for a few rounds. Then after he figures out Guerrero, he's gonna break him down like he does everybody. He's like a doctor in the ring. He just picks them apart and he just picks their brain and then breaks their body down and then breaks the mind down.
Hey, Jeff, did you notice that Charles threw Jay Leon there getting that future legend plug in there, huh?
No, I've just been a fan of Jay Leon. I told Jeff the whole story. No.
Oh, yeah, you got to meet Jeff the other day. Yeah, tell us about that. How did it go getting to meet Jeff?
Oh, God, forget it. Jeff is an awesome guy. Forget it. We were talking like we were old buddies for years. No, it was great actually getting to talk to him. He's so down to earth and has a lot of knowledge. It's always good to talk to people and actually have a real conversation. It was great. I look forward to seeing him again, actually. Really good guy. Really good guy.
But yeah, Jeff, you didn't steer him clear of Zach Cooper, because I keep seeing these weekly interviews with Zach. You haven't wise him up to get rid of Zach yet, huh?
No. Zach is a two. Believe me. We had a ball when we was in Seattle. That was my first time meeting Charles, and it was almost like, just like he said. I mean, it seemed like I've known this guy my whole life, and we would hang out, and you know, we would go walking places and just nonstop conversation and nonstop jokes. I think Charles might even stole some of my material.
I owe him breakfast for stealing his stand-up.
Man, if you're stealing a stand-up, that's it can't be very good. As long as I don't start seeing stuff that you're posting what's in heavy rotation on your cell phone, you'll be okay though.
On my phone. I asked him. I carry like 3 batteries with me.
They sure do.
Hey, Charles, another thing I'd like to ask you about real quick here. You know, Paulie Malignaggi's got a fight coming up. What do you think about that? It's going to be a big one for him as he takes on Adrian Broner.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm going against Jeff on this one. Paulie's going to beat him. Paulie's
You're
going
not
to beat
biased at all on that.
I'm going to take abuse from a lot of people for this, but Paulie is going to beat Broner. I talked to him the other day, and he's going to beat Broner. Watch. I never saw him this determined with that look on his face. I really think he's going to beat him.
Yeah. I'd like to ask a quick fight talk real quick. I'd like to get Ashley and JT taking it as well. Ashley, let's start with you first. I know you're a fan of Broner's. What do you think of that fight?
Oh, you say Andrew and Broner?
No, I said Ashley. Did we lose Ashley?
Sir, I thought
I'll get Ashley first, then we'll get JT.
Okay, what did you ask me again then?
Oh, you were watching Jeff Judy too, huh? I see.
Oh, I thought you were
Paulie Malignaggi and Adrian Broner got a fight coming up. What do you think about that fight?
Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait to see his ring walk. That's my favorite part about watching him fight.
That's it? Any prediction? No, you don't want to piss Charles off, that's why. Is that right, Ashley? Look, she's just in and out. See that?
Hello?
All right, well,
Pick a winner?
Ashley, do you have an opinion of who's going to win that fight?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. I mean, that's why I'm excited about his ring walk, because his fights never last too long.
So who's going to win?
Why are you all laughing at me? You're making me so nervous.
Did she say who's going to win yet? Did anyone hear her about is it me?
No.
Who's going to win the fight? Actually, you're excited about it, so who's going to win?
Y'all are talking about fake fights. Nice try.
What? No, you didn't know there's a fight coming up?
Oh, my God.
Wow, did you follow Ashley? Adrian Broner is fighting Paulie Malignaggi.
Yes.
Who is going to win the fight, do you think?
Adrian Broner, I said that.
Oh, okay. Maybe it was me then. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. JT, your thoughts on the fight?
All right. Yeah.
What a trade rights of a show.
I think Ashley's right. Adrian Broner in a knockout. It's going to be probably about the 5th round. And also, can I shoot a question at Mr. Mayweather real quick?
Yes, sir.
No, we don't have time for that. Go ahead, JT.
Yeah, I just wanted to get your feedback on Bernard Hopkins, sir, and his win a few weeks ago against Wallace Crowd.
Well, I mean, I think Bernard, outsmarted Crowd. Crowd is just he's a one-dimensional fighter, and Bernard was just too smart. He gave a good account of himself. He fought hard, but he also let Bernard get in his head and start trying to showboat with Bernard and stuff like that when he should have just been working. And it was a fight that I thought that Bernard could pull off, but I thought that he was the right guy. If there was any guy that Bernard was going to pull off that type of win, it would be a guy like Tavares Cloud, a guy who's just nothing but a brood that really doesn't have don't have really no game plan. He just comes and throw hard punches. And so I thought that Bernard, had a great chance of outsmarting him, and that's what he did.
Well, what do you think is next for Bernard Hopkins, Mr. Mayweather?
I have no idea. He already made it clear that he wasn't going to fight Andre Ward, so
probably a good move.
I think that's a wise move, but at the end of the day, if he's considering himself the best, he might as well fight the best. But plus it'll be his biggest payday. But he's already made it clear that he don't feel that he has a chance to fight. He don't have a chance of beating Ward, so it's a fight that makes no sense at all. He's already defeated if he feels that way.
Right. So what other avenue you think he can take in that weight division?
Well,
look at JT taking over. Look at that.
Yeah, JT, shoot, we need to put you on rotation, brother.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest, man.
Oh, go ahead. That's great. Go ahead.
Alex, you fired.
Hey, I got my notes. I got my
Now
notes.
when I need to take a vacation, who can turn it over to?
JT, don't just ask me questions. Ask everybody.
Charles, what's your take on Bernard Hopkins, sir?
Whoa.
But either way, you just pissed him off. He's not going to talk to you now. You pissed him off by picking Adrian Broner.
You know, that's my take on him. How can you have anything negative to say about that guy? He's amazing.
Yeah.
What he's done, if anyone has anything negative to say, I'd love to know how. The guy is one of a kind. If a crowd was going to give him a good fight to beat him.
Right.
Hey, JT, I don't know. Can I jump in real quick and ask a question to Jeff?
Yes, sorry, sir.
Okay.
Jeff, speaking of aging fighters, did I see was Roy Jones at the gym today? And if so, what was that all about?
I don't know. I mean, I heard that he was at the gym. I mean, but I had already left, so I don't know. I mean,
really? Okay, yeah, I thought it was Ishe Smith, I think, tweeted a picture of him and Roy Jones. It was real small. I couldn't see what it looked like. That's who it was. So I want to know. See, look, I asked the question. Don't get around. I'll turn it back over to you, JT.
Okay, Ashley, what's your take on Bernard Hopkins?
Well, I mean, I think it's cool that he's been such a good fighter for so many years, but I don't know.
Oh, sounds like you hate on him a little bit, Ashley. Go ahead and speak freely. Go ahead. It's okay to hate a little bit. Go ahead.
I think that he might like attention a lot. I don't know. I think that maybe when he fell and hurt his shoulder, maybe he overreacted a little. But obviously, I don't know.
Ashley always, she always, she'll criticize, but she got back up a little bit to protect herself. She got that PC answer, so.
I'm not a doctor, but I do like tough men, and I would have appreciated it if he toughed it up a little more.
Yeah, well, JT works out, you know.
So are you referring to his fight with Dawson, or are we talking about Dawson won?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You thought he faked it a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if he faked it. But I would have liked to see him play through the pain a little bit.
I got you. I agree with that too. But what about his last performance? What do you think? What's your take on that last performance that he put on the young boy at 31 years old?
Well, I thought that was impressive.
Yeah, that was nice.
But I think that, I think that he should keep fighting. I mean, if he's going to make that much money and still attract that much of a crowd, he should definitely keep fighting. But I'm female, so I'm going to hold a grudge, obviously. So he's got to show how tough he is.
I got you.
Well, I think at this point, he's going to pick and choose. He's definitely not going to fight Ward or anything like that. He's going to, take fights that are definitely, that he thinks he has the best shot to win. Hey, guys, we're about out of time here. Jeff, just real quick, any update? We were talking last week about the Liddell Rhodes and Don Moore. Any update on that, or any new happenings as far as the girls fighting being official, or anything coming out of the Mayweather camp that we can throw out there that's official?
No, that fight is definitely off.
Oh.
And has Don got another opponent? Is he still fighting, or did he want him fighting?
I have no idea. I mean, I know that Liddell took another fight. I'm sure it's going to be in Oklahoma, because he already said he has another fight that he already has planned for May. But he also was he's the same guy who said he was out of shape So, I mean, it makes no sense to me. It's one of those things that, I mean, maybe the truth is coming out. But, like he said,
we're going to have to do this. We're going to have to sign Ashley to do an interview when he's there, and it's going to be a hard-hitting interview, Ashley.
I know, I do. I mean, I'm curious, too.
Yeah, but I talked to him today, and he said that the fight was definitely off. And I kind of helped him a little bit, because I said, well, yeah, it was a Golden Boys card, and, nothing was confirmed. And that's one of those situations in which, the person, they jump right on it because that sounded so good. And he was like, yes, that's right. I said, okay. Left it alone.
All right. Anything else of note happen? Oh, this is going to be your last show, right, for a couple of weeks? All right. When are you going to Panama?
Oh, I'm leaving Sunday.
Yeah, so we're going to, unless you're calling in from Panama, you're going to be gone for you miss one show, right?
I miss only one show.
Well, great, Jeffrey. Okay. I can fill in for you.
You got JT on deck, baby.
No problem.
Jeffrey. That's what it was.
Hello, Jeffrey. Before you go,
Alex,
Jeffrey, I got one question for you.
Alex, what is your take on Jonathan Tyler taking over?
That's why he's on the show. I said, we need somebody to bring on JT. That's why he was auditioning.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Jeffrey. I got one question for you, sir, real quick before we go. What's your take on your nephew? What's your opinion on your nephew signing with Showtime and leaving HBO? Isn't that a big move, or is that a like a big momentum move, or is that just a strategic move as far as business?
Well, that's a money move.
A money Mayweather move.
That's the best way to explain that one. That's a money move.
Wow. And is that more money than HBO was going to pay him?
Yes, by far.
Wow. All right. And what do you think Floyd's next opponent will be after he destroys Guerrero?
I don't know, but there's a short list, a few guys. So
very short list. What happened to Alexander? Do you know?
Alexander has to beat Kell Brooks. He has his own fight. He has his own defense that he has to make before he can even think about fighting Floyd. So, maybe if he's successful, maybe he will be one of the guys that's in line.
I got you.
Good job there, JT. Not bad at all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for allowing me to.
We're going to go around the horn here. Jeff, anything else you want to add there, or nothing else new?
No. Basically, we have, we know we got next week covered. With his real name, he'll let nobody know, Jonathan Tyler. like he hides from the FBI or something. What's your take on that?
Jeff.
Well, Jeff, then real quick, what's your take on Celestino Caballero and that fight? Because we won't talk to you before that fight happens.
Well, I mean, Celestino has worked very hard, and long as Celestino has his legs under him, I don't care who he fights. You can bring anybody that's in his weight class. As long as his legs are under him, they're not going to win. Their chances of winning are extremely, extremely slim. So, and that's where we're at right now. I mean, all right, well, let's just go around the horn here, say our goodbyes, that kind of thing. Promote anything, plug anything you want to do. Charles, I apologize, like I said earlier, for bringing you on. Anything else you want to say as you go? Anything you want to plug?
Just wanted to say thanks to everybody, and Jeff, have a safe flight down to Panama, and good luck with Celestino.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot, Alex, Ashley, JT.
Ashley, go ahead.
Thanks.
Ladies first.
Thank you. Well, Good luck, Jeff and Panama. Have a good time. And y'all can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Ferrara. And wish me luck with these tornadoes/blizzard that we're having tonight. So that's all I got.
Yeah, definitely in Oklahoma you get your share of them, so yeah, definitely stay safe there. Appreciate that. JT, you got Twitter or anything like that?
No, I sure don't. I just barely got my cell phone last night, so I'm just getting going here. Just getting hit with the new technology. Please forgive me. I got one more question for Jeff Mayweather, please.
Ain't no more time for questions.
Jeffrey Mayweather. Got a question for you, sir. When are you and Celestino and JT going to sit down and move him to 130 or 135, sir? 126 is, I know that's his fighting weight, but don't you think he could dominate at 30 or 35 also?
I think that 30 and 35 are two of the weaker divisions out there, and if he felt that he won the campaign there, I would applaud it 100%.
What's the most lucrative weight class for him right now, do you think?
26.
26 is the most lucrative?
Yeah. You have the guys moving up from 22 that have names. You also have some name fighters that are still in the 126-pound division. And I think that the key for Celestino would be to unify, unification.
Okay.
Can we get the show now, JT?
Oh yeah, I got one more question. Jeffrey, I got instructions from Celestino today that he wanted mitt work every day in Panama, okay? And
no problem.
I told him that you would do that for him. All right? And I would be there in spirit.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, I will.
And Jojo, thank you for letting me be on your show tonight. I've been waiting for years, and I got my chance. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about it. You'll be on next week.
Okay. Can you send me a check in the mail too?
Thanks for joining, Jeff. I'm going to definitely dismiss him, and I expect a good dismissal.
You ready for me to dismiss? I'm going to dismiss JT.
And thanks, Charles, and thanks, Ashley, for your time too.
Hey,
JT,
JT, I'm going to dismiss you. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready to be dismissed.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Did you do it?
Alex, your job is in jeopardy, man.
Oh.
Good night, guys.
God bless.
Follow Jeff on Twitter, Jeff Mayweather 1. Check out Pro Boxing Insider, all that good stuff. Me and Ashley and someone as a co-host will be here next week. Maybe we'll bring JT back since he seems to have that all figured out. So it might be him, but we'll be back next week, guys, and I appreciate it. And thanks to Ryan Martinez, JT, and Charles, and we will talk to you all again next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Southern Belle.